All right, so let me look at this fucking thing about the Bungie suing the DMCA thing. I didn't even know this was happening, but I'm pretty glad it is. I'll say that for sure. It's pretty crazy. Okay, I'll look at that. Here we go.
Some of you may recall that a few months back there was this weird situation where Destiny content was being wrongfully taken down or copyright struck, and people initially thought this was Bungie just going scorched earth.
Yeah.
But they kind of came out and said, this is not us. We're going to look into this, and we're
No company does that. Like, even Nintendo scaled their shit back. No company is, like, sending out fucking DMCAs for people that make content with their videos. It didn't happen.
Finally starting to see some resolution on that front. So just to recap, here's a Forbes article from back in March 21st, 2022,
right,
whose headline reads, "Someone is weaponizing the DMCA against Destiny 2 creators and Bungie itself." Scrolling further down, you'll find the details. Right. We started to hear about channels that had uploaded, released, or unreleased Destiny music getting hit with copyright strikes. Some of these people had at one point monetized that content,
Jesus.
And a great number of them had not, and many were just trying to
I feel like people like this are actually doing a good thing by sending out false DMCAs, and this is not a good thing ultimately, right? But it does lead to something that I think is good, that people see how fucking broken the system is. It's garbage. This is a garbage-ass dog shit system. Why the fuck does it work this way?
A lot of the Destiny music that was no longer publicly available in the game or elsewhere. There was a bit of controversy surrounding that, where people were like, hey, Bungie, you're literally deleting content from your game, and that music just straight up is inaccessible. At least let people upload that stuff in a way that isn't monetized. If you're monetizing that content, then, you know, you may very well get flagged. But if you're uploading for archiving purposes, you know, it doesn't do the company any harm if that music isn't being utilized in some way, if it's just being kind of deleted from the face of the earth because the content is gone in its entirety. Now,
which is actually something that I think is allowed. I believe that it's allowed for you to emulate a game if there is no commercial availability for that game that currently exists. Am I right about that? Yeah, I think I'm right about that. Yes. And so it doesn't mean that, like, you can emulate, like World of Warcraft is a little bit different. No, Nintendo says no. Or you own it. Yes, if you own it as well. I think so. It's abandonware. Yeah, that's what the thing is. Distribution is where it gets sticky. In my opinion, I've always said this, I think copyright laws are way too overbearing. I think they're way too overbearing, and they're just a way for these companies and large conglomerates to have too much control.
And there were some legitimate takedowns on the part of Bungie that involved music, but then the takedowns started to get strange and fall outside the usual pattern and become excessive. So Forbes reported here, my friend Destiny the Meme got hit with a Redbubble takedown for some of her Destiny art filed by Activision Blizzard, which Bungie no longer works with. Beyond that, content creators, including a few high-profile ones in particular, are getting hit with copyright strikes, having their videos instantly removed, and having their entire channels threatened to be erased.
Jesus!
Cross had a video of him reading the TWAB taken down.
Look at this!
Biff had a Rolk Lore video hit. Esoteric deleted hundreds of old videos from his channel after a strike. These are people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers that have covered Destiny for years.
Wow.
So it's just very bizarre and strange. Why would Bungie want to go scorched earth
why would they do
all of
this?
a sudden and just completely kill any sort of community goodwill? It did
That's
naturally
crazy.
lead to everyone screaming at Bungie, but then a statement was issued in which Bungie said that it was not them at all, a statement that this was not happening at their request.
Dude, they need to have better protections. How is this even possible? It's so bad for YouTube that this is what happens, because a lot of people will be less likely to make content on YouTube, right? Like, yeah, they'll be less likely because it's such at risk.
Some of their own videos had been hit with strikes as well. This is the statement that Bungie put out there. We're aware of a series of copyright takedowns on YouTube.
Wait, so somebody filed a copyright strike against Bungie for their own video? This guy is going wild. Oh my fucking God. Wow.
YouTube, and we're actively investigating. This includes content on our own Bungie channels. These actions are not being taken at the request of Bungie or our partners. Please stand by for future updates. So that's where things were at for a bit. We didn't hear for a couple more months. We're now getting confirmation of Bungie having investigated this and discovering who is behind this, and that person is being sued for $7.6 million.
Oh
so
my
here's
God.
What happened. Bungie filed a lawsuit against an individual named Nicholas Miner, also known as Lord Nazo. Miner ran a YouTube channel that was hit by a series of takedowns from Bungie's brand protection vendor, CSC Global, for uploading Destiny's original soundtracks in December of 2021, which were taken down by YouTube in January this year. Miner created 2 new Gmail accounts with the same CSC name in retaliation against Bungie and issued a total of 96 DMCA takedown notices against Destiny YouTubers, which included my...
What the fuck? Dude, like, what was it? Did this kid do a run in Destiny and he didn't get the loot that he wanted, so he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna burn this shit to the ground? What an idiot. Yeah, this guy's a dumbass.
Name is Biff, Astacross, Promethean, and many more. And some of those takedowns did include Bungie's own official videos. And obviously, Bungie copywriting themselves makes absolutely no sense, which is why the theory was this was somebody abusing the copyright system for some reason. Yeah. And now we know that it was this individual, Lord Nazo, who was doing it for retaliation purposes after his channel was struck with the more legitimate copyright strikes on the part of Bungie, who didn't want him to keep uploading just, untransformative re-uploads of soundtracks. And then here's a quote from the lawsuit. 96 times Miner sent DMCA takedown notices purportedly on behalf of Bungie, identifying himself as Bungie's brand protection vendor in order to have YouTube instruct innocent creators to delete their Destiny 2 videos or face copyright strike.
What? Sent DMCA notices on behalf, identifying themselves as Bungie's brand protection? Dude, this guy's going all the way. It's not like, oh, he's just sending in, like, random stuff. No, he's actually saying, like, yeah, I work at the company, and, like, yeah, you're going to have to take down all your content, guys. Holy shit, this kid's out of control.
Over that weekend, Miner's Damian Reynolds account began sending threatening emails to CSC with the subject line, "You're in for it now," and telling CSC better start running, the clock is ticking. Yeah, I don't know what this guy was thinking, breaking laws to try to prove a point. Did he think that was going to end well for him? Not to mention, he has completely killed any sort of goodwill or trust that other Destiny content creators had for him when he decided to screw everyone else around him over.
I feel like the last thing that this guy has to worry about is if other people in the Destiny community trust him anymore. Like, I feel like that's really, really far down the list in terms of his immediate concerns.
Risking the careers and livelihoods of these content creators whose channels can get deleted permanently if they get struck by too many copyright takedowns.
Dude.
He thought that would be worth his personal crusade against Bungie. This is just kind of a mess for this individual, who's also now getting sued for $7.6 million.
Wow.
So hopefully he has, the funds to...
This is what should have happened to Quantum.
Hire a lawyer who can fight back against this multi-million-dollar corporation who you've pissed off. Bungie insists that they're entitled to damages and injunctive relief, including enhanced statutory damages of $150,000 for...
I hope they completely ruin this kid's life. I hope they do. I do. I hope they completely ruin his fucking life. Because pieces of shit like this, that do this, you can say like, oh, you should understand, he made a mistake. Maybe he can live past it. The people that he fucked over wouldn't have been able to live past it. Fuck him, man.
Each of the works implicated in the fraudulent takedown notice that willfully infringed Bungie's registered copyrights, totaling $7.65 million. Beyond the fact that this user used Bungie's own copyright against them and falsely used that to take down other...
This kid is out of control. Like, he's copy striking the company for their own stuff.
creators' content.
This is amazing.
It did just force Bungie to have to deal with the situation, waste time and resources on this.
This is a wild animal.
Get some bad press, because initially people thought this was Bungie's doing, and they faced a decent amount of backlash until they put out that statement.
They had
so it just made Bungie look bad. It harmed creators. It harmed the ecosystem of Bungie's.
I think he was just trying to prove a point, and he went full send with it. Well, Your Honor, I was just trying to prove a point. I was doing this for their own good. Yeah, I filed all the DMCA's. Yeah, it was all for their own good. No, of course I would not do this maliciously. I was trying to prove a point, Your Honor. I'm not guilty.
Marketing.
It's just a meme.
The community. Forbes dives further into why this individual, Lord Nazo, would do this.
Why?
And in one word, revenge is a good way to sum it up. Lord Nazo previously had uploaded a number of looped Destiny 2 music tracks to his channel. He was caught up in a wave of actual DMCA takedowns when Bungie and CSC went after some channels like this. This was a controversial decision in its own right among the community at the time, but most of the time, videos could be deleted without further repercussions. Nazo refused to take down his videos, and eventually YouTube deleted it for him. Then he re-uploaded new music from the Witch Queen and got even more takedown notices. After 23 infringements, his channel was deleted.
How the fuck do you have 23 infringements? 20 fucking 3? I mean, guys, that's a bit much. Like, what is this? It's an anime villain arc. Yeah, this is what happened. He Uno reversed them. Like, it's almost Giga Chad how little regard he has for his own well-being. You know, it's like this person, there's no length that they will not go to. There's nothing that they will not do. They are willing to sacrifice anything and everything to prove their point. You know, it's nuts. He's playing the +4 wildcard. This guy's out of control, yeah.
Entirely. And the deletion of his channel
this is
amidst
amazing.
him rebelling and like re-uploading music that Bungie has warned him time and again to take down, to not have up if he doesn't want to get struck, seems to have been what sparked the fire of this revenge plot, of this retaliation. Nazo wanted revenge and chaos, it seems, and this was something that was pointed out in the lawsuit. The reason he was able to do this was because of what Bungie itself called a loophole in YouTube's copyright system. The fact that YouTube allows anyone to file complaints like this despite no proven authority that the person doing the filing is in fact the proper owner of the content.
That should not happen. Like, that is 100% on YouTube. Because you've got to keep in mind, I think that YouTube is not as much at fault as this guy, but whenever YouTube has this system, there will be people who see that, and then they will start doing this as well. Because now they see that it worked. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly it. Yeah, it has to be it has to be YouTube being held accountable for this, because even if you get rid of this guy, there'll just be another guy. So it doesn't matter if you get rid of them, really, because you still have the system that allows them to do what they're doing.
The fact that this is not only possible for individual creators, but also for multi-million-dollar corporations to experience something like this, or the fact that Bungie's own stuff getting copyright struck by themselves didn't somehow raise any red flags for YouTube, in that there's clearly something fraudulent going on here, goes to highlight how broken YouTube's copyright system is, how just poorly thought out it is, how abusable it is, and the fact that YouTube has still not done anything about this.
Of course not.
It just has paved the road for situations like this, and it's paved the road for copyright abuses such as this. And while Bungie is in the fortunate situation of being a multi-million-dollar corporation,
imagine if
who have the manpower, resources, and financial means to deal with situations like this.
It's like, yeah, imagine if this happened to like one guy or something like that. Bungie literally took Google to court because of this issue to get info about who impersonated them. Yeah, a copy striker lives outside the U.S. Will the courts go through the time for it? The thing is, to me, is like, this guy, the way I look at it is he is just a symptom of the problem. Like, I don't really like, yeah, this kid's like, there's unhinged dipshits all over the world that are going to do this stuff. The problem is the system that lets them do it. It's like you're gonna stop the fucking golden eggs, or are you gonna stop the goose that lays the eggs? You gotta look at the goose.
When
That's
individual creators who are barely getting by get copyright abused by some nefarious third party, they don't have much recourse. This is a discussion that is more and more worth having. In a day and age where these kinds of copyright abuses are becoming much more common, it is used for the purposes of retaliation or for the purposes of trying to silence criticism, even if that criticism, the way the video was made, is under fair use. Yeah,
that's true. That's exactly what they do. Is it people did this? I remember Pokimane did this, and she got criticized for it a lot fairly, sending out DMCAs for content that was critical. Quantum did this as well, and there have been other people who have sent out copyright notices because people make videos about them that are negative. And it's not people actually defended her because they didn't understand what was going on, right? Like, I mean, like, she admitted that it was the wrong thing to do. So, like, nobody is on the other side of this issue, really. But either way, like, the Alinity thing, there's that as well. Like, yeah, it's, people are fucking, I think this is one thing, like I said this before with the quantum situation, right? Is that one of the only things that YouTubers can kind of pretty much universally agree on is that do not fucking send out a DMCA strike. Don't send this shit out. There are other ways you can deal with it, and don't send it out unless it's like a straight up like re-upload or something crazy like that. You know, Elena did it at the PewDiePie. I don't know if she did it. I thought she said it. I don't know if she actually tried to do it. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, this is the one thing that pretty much all of YouTube agrees on.
The whole YouTube system's just thoroughly messed up, and this is one of many exhibits that really highlight this. Now, making a bad situation worse is the way
Wait. She said she didn't? I don't think she did. Who cares? Mike, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that it's stupid to do it. Like, can we just agree on that? Like, it's stupid and bad and fucking so... Like, it's so obnoxious to do it. Yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? Like, did she do it or not? Who cares? I mean, I don't think you should hold it against her anymore. It was fucking years ago. She got upset. Like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, should she have done it? No, but, like, it is what it is, right? It happened years ago. We can move on.
Deceived his former friends, other Destiny content creators, this entire time he was on Discord talking about the situation, lamenting how easy it was to spam fake takedown notices and effectively describing exactly what he was actually doing behind the scenes, criticizing what he himself...
So he was complaining about himself? Bro, this guy's out of control. Holy shit.
...himself was perpetuating to try to rally the Destiny content creators against Bungie and against this whole system that got his channel taken down, in the hopes that this will somehow create a movement where he'll be able to get his channel back or find some form of revenge. It was kind of messed up how he did that, and this was something that Owen Spence here at Licks Music highlighted, and this is someone who was very disappointed that someone he trusted would manipulate and deceive the Destiny community like this. Extremely disappointed to find out that Lord Nazo, our friend and someone in direct communication with us about the takedowns, was the person who issued the fake DMCA takedowns on behalf of Bungie. Nazo lied to us, started a Discord group DM with me, Promethean, Bresci, and Lorcan OC.
It's like too much is never enough for Nazo. It's not enough to send out a couple DMCAs. You have to send out 96. It's not enough to just send out DMCAs to the content creators. You have to send it to the company itself that created the content and DMCA their own content off of their own fucking channel on YouTube. And it's not enough to even do that. You have to also complain and pretend like it's not you doing it to all of your friends. Like, this guy is out of control. They'll see me as a legend. Yeah, this is crazy. The anti-hero. Absolutely.
Or ZRC.
This is crazy.
And then said things like this, all while acting like he was a victim.
And that's the thing. He's making it get exposure. And I can guarantee you, whenever he's sitting in court, he's going to think to himself, yeah, but everybody's talking about it right now, so who really won?
if we click on the images, you can see for yourself
my
that he was just
God.
kind of playing the fool, playing the victim, feigning ignorance, and expressing fake empathy. The fact that it's that easy makes it very likely for someone to just abuse the system.
It sure is. Dude, this guy is amazing.
Which is what he was doing, but acting like it wasn't him. Hell, you could make a Google account right now, go to YouTube Studio and submit a takedown request on any video you want.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, who would do such a thing like that? Wow, what the fuck?
Again, exactly what he did. Yep, YouTube has the most BS copyright takedown system ever.
Wow.
It's so brain-dead simple that even a child could submit a takedown request without needing any proof of authorization.
Is that right?
I believe someone is impersonating him. I still don't think it's CSC. You can see here, very deceptive, very manipulative.
This is impressive. Like, I mean, holy shit, this is impressive. Like, how can someone just, this is, everybody says, like, Joker arc. This is a real one. Like, this isn't like, oh, somebody made a comment about some, like, social issue that's, like, wrong. No, this guy, he takes matters into his own hands.
And then he continued here. I mean, anyone can make an email like first, last name,
one bad video.
.com. It's definitely a fraud. And then here we have, yeah, it's the people like us who suffer, the little guys, or just anyone with fewer than 250k YouTube subscribers and 100k Twitter followers.
Yeah, it's us, man. Like, we're getting fucked over, dude. And so he's actually like, so he's doing this and he's trying to act sympathetic. Oh my God. How about another joke, Murray? How about another joke, Bungie? How about another DMCA? I think you're awful.
Bungie obviously wasn't amused by this, given their $7.6 million lawsuit, and certainly content creator friends and acquaintances felt, as Owen Spence
states, lied
to, betrayed, and unbelievably upset that someone we knew and trusted would do this. Literally almost all Destiny music on YouTube is gone because of this. To close things off, here's a report from Paul Tassi pointing to this Reddit post that was posted by Lord Nazo, 1,400 words. It's this rant, once again trying to manipulate and rally the community to work against Bungie, pretending like Bungie is the villain when he was the one doing all of the unjustified copyright takedowns, abusing the system.
Holy
In this post,
shit.
He was literally describing what they were doing verbatim as part of some bizarre ploy that feels like half revenge, half a very stupid plot to get their own legitimately deleted channel reinstated.
So he's trying to fucking go out there and make them look bad. Holy fuck. This is amazing. Is this a plot to an anime? Holy fuck. Like, this is, in my opinion, this guy's better than Quantum. Quantum's just a dumbass. This guy, like, this guy's got everybody involved. Like, this guy, like, Quantum's just a jackass. This guy is out of control.
The original post was made on March 17th, the day he was sending out 38 takedown notices, including targeting his own friends with them. Look, you can argue with Bungie being out of line with the way they dealt with Destiny music being uploaded.
I wonder if he copyright striked himself. Because I bet he did. I bet if he's still on a channel at this point, he would have copy striked himself. He actually did. He did. He copyright striked himself, man. What a fucking hero, man. Buenos Aires guy. Yeah, this is impressive. He's got to make it look legit.
On YouTube, you can definitely criticize that aspect, but Bungie owns the copyright to Destiny, and if they somehow feel like those music uploads are doing damage to them, and if the content isn't transformative enough, they do have the right to take that down.
Which is
that's
unfortunate.
Something they can do, and the best way to approach that isn't by engaging with them on a criminal level. It's to criticize, is to make your voice heard, and to kind of convince Bungie, hey, this is wrong and you're breaking down community goodwill, don't do this. Like, that would be the approach. But hurting your own friends, hurting the entire Destiny community, and directly going after the company by abusing their own copyright against them, that's a road that's just gonna make you look like an asshole, and that's gonna get you just completely...
I am just, like, I'm sorry. Doing this was never Bungie himself. Dude, this guy is... He should have used NordVPN. I can't believe this. This is amazing. Like, I'm impressed. I'll be right back, okay? Like, oh my God. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Like, this is the hero that we needed, not the one that we deserved. Yeah, it's like, what are the odds, though, that, like, somehow YouTube actually makes the DMCA system better because of him? So he actually wins. Like, like, what if he's actually the main character all along? 0% chance? I don't know. I mean, I think that they might do something like that. It doesn't seem super unlikely to me. Oh shit, my desk fucking thing is falling out.
And utterly financially destroyed. Lord Nazo became the very thing that he was rallying against. He became a copyright abuser. He became the very quote-unquote monster that he was.
He had to do it. He had to do it. He didn't want to do it, guys, but he had to do it.
Hunting and engaged in the way he felt was wrong and inflicted that to others. And if that's his way of trying to prove a point, then he's not going to get any support from anyone with that level.
I feel like there's a certain part of me, I am genuinely fucking impressed by this. I really am. The dedication to the cause. It's like this person is, he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care about his own well-being. He's not using a VPN. He's DMCAing himself. He's DMCAing the company. He's pretending to be somebody representing the company, telling other people not to make videos about it. This guy, what you have to admit is that he believes in his cause. This is a man who is willing to go to war. You know? And it doesn't matter what it costs. It doesn't matter what it takes. He's a fucking demon.
Full of betrayal, and now he's got a lawsuit to deal with.
I love
Basically
this.
got nobody on his back now.
Wow.
Because of how dishonestly, manipulatively, and how just in a very damaging manner he engaged this situation, going scorched earth and just thinking incredibly selfishly. And I have little doubt
that one man could cause all this chaos. One man. All it takes is one bad day. One bad DMCA is all it takes. Holy fucking shit.
that his friends and cohorts who were utterly betrayed by Lord Nazo will be looking at the situation as a case of, you know, you kind of reap what you sow. But that's one man's take on this situation. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the whole Bungie taking down music situation, and then the way Lord Nazo responded.
Lord Nazo was
his channel was taken down after he refused to abide by Bungie's policies on YouTube music uploading of Destiny soundtrack.
Wow.
And now this lawsuit coming against him. Share your thoughts below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on YongYea. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out.
I wish he had played more into, like, the story. I think this story is just so fucking outrageous. It's like the character becomes so outrageous, so outlandish, so extreme, so disconnected from reality that you almost want that character to win because you want to see the world burn. It's like you want to see things change. You want to see something different. It's nuts, man. This is an actual good villain. Most villains on YouTube are garbage. It's like, this guy's a villain because he keeps saying the N-word, you know, in like these Discord chats that keep getting linked. This guy's a villain because he like DDoSes people. Like, okay, right? Like, whatever. Like, who gives a shit? Like, no, this is a real villain. Yeah, it's like, and the reason why this guy is such a great villain is the fact that he does not think that he's a villain. He, I guarantee you, thinks that he did the right thing. he's like, you know what? Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. Everybody else wasn't afraid. I'm not. I'll do it. That's it. Everybody's a hero in their own story. Yeah, a good villain is a hero in their own story. I agree. Yeah, I'll link you guys the videos. Darth Vader. Yeah, I love watching this guy's videos. They're fucking great.